Hello everybody, this is Love is Dead. Let me check my microphone. Yeah, it's working. Hey guys, Love is Dead, and I'm coming to you with a broadcast of the defense. It is the final grand final of the defense, and it is the first game of Mouse Sports versus Complexity. I know I'm late on this, but I still wanted to cast it anyway. And what we got out here, we get the first ban from Complexity is going to be Broodmother, which is actually pretty smart to take out of the pool against Mouse Sports. They love to play that hero. They love to lock you down into one lane with him. That's what they use him for. Rubik is a big hero for Sing Sing as well. And Chen is just someone you don't want to have to deal with. And it looks like Complexity is going to be going for some kind of a pushing lineup. So having Chen banned out ensures that Mouse Sports won't be able to try to counter push against them, and have Chen, who's able to, he'll be able to split push and trade towers, things like that. Give Complexity a little bit of a problem. They have picked up Lone Druid in the first picking stage, making sure that he usually gets banned out in the he usually gets banned or picked in the last stages. So picking him up here, if they wanted to use him, which they did, it's a good idea. Anyways, Venomancer is actually going to be the first pickup from Mouse Sports. Invoker, followed by Slardar. So it's interesting that they've decided to go for Slardar so far. He's got a bash. He's got a pretty good stun, although it's hard to hit, and his haste is good. The reduced damage is good as well. If you're really good with him, you make sure that the amplified damage is up on everyone on the field, everyone that you see. Tidehunter and Enigma are going to be banned out, so two big team fight heroes. I'm not exactly sure what the Slardar pickup indicates from Mouse Sports. Looks like Complexity seems to be focusing on junglers. Yep, and they're going to go with Enchantress as well. Enigma would be good in the jungle, Chen is good in the jungle, and Enchantress is good in the jungle. So I think that leaves out I think that's all of the standard junglers that we usually see in competitive games. So if they do want to go with a jungler instead of like a tri-lane, they're going to have to pick up someone a little less standard. But they already have a non-standard pickup here with Slardar, so we'll have to see how that goes. I'm not sure who's going to be playing him. Be interesting to see what lane they put him on. I think he is pretty good in safe lane, or he's good in hard lane too, because he's got his what's it called on him? Sprint. Gives him extra movement speed. Able to catch up for that Slitherine Crush. And Lich is going to be the final banner from Complexity. That may indicate that Mouse Sports is going for a hard carry. They don't want their lane screwed up. Yeah, I was about to say Darkseer didn't get through, but yeah. Darkseer did not get through. Lycanthrope and Naga Siren, I didn't mention them, but those are the first ban outs. Beastmaster going to be picked up by Complexity. That's going to give them a great stun, and which is going to be. They don't have anyone that couples with Leshrac yet, except for Nature's Prophet can do it, but not in the way that a Shadow Demon can. And Shadow Demon is still in the pool, but I don't think they're going to be going for him. Well, no, they could actually. Yeah, they could add another support. They could add Shadow Demon if they want to, and couple him with Leshrac. It's a really good lineup because you time it right with the disruption. It's just guaranteed hit. I think I say that a lot. Yeah, I definitely say that a lot. Mouse Sports taking their time, going into reserve time. They got 46 seconds left, and Keeper of the Light is going to be picked up. So looking for a good laning presence. It's a great nuke if you can hit it. It's a big if, though. Interested to see in a competitive matchup how often it is able to illuminate. No, not illuminate. Is that it? Yeah, it is illuminate. How easy it is for them to be able to hit anything with that. You just kind of sit it. You just point your pole down a lane, and there goes a creep wave. And anyone behind it takes a ton of damage. Damage per second, max channel. So that's a max of 500 damage to anyone caught on it. You can get up, yeah. You get up to 200 in the early game. So you eat one of those, that may be half your hit points depending on who you are. So he's a great laning presence, especially with that mana leak. Maybe coupling that with Slardar, who perhaps has some mana problems. I think they might be going for a tri-lane here with Venomancer, Slardar, and Keeper of the Light. I think that is what they're going to pick up. We're going to have Complexity pick up the Vengeful Spirit. It's really good for roaming and stunning, which will couple well with Leshrac actually, and may work better than Shadow Demon in this lineup. I'm actually not sure the reasoning behind why you would pick Shadow Demon over Vengeful Spirit. They both have similar uses, even though Shadow Demon's poison isn't as useful as I would expect the Vengeance Aura to be. That's 36% bonus damage with a 900 radius of Vengeful Spirit. I mean, that's not something it's not something you would want to scoff at. Plus the Beastmaster Aura is going to give you an attack speed of 40. And what is no, that's only to him. So they are stacking 2 auras right there. And Morphling is going to be the pickup. So perhaps they are not going for a unless they're going to go tri-lane top, or put more. Actually, they could put Morphling or Invoker mid. I do think this is going. I don't think this is going to go for like a. I really think this is going to go for a tri-lane setup. Anyways, on Complexity's side, it's hard to say. They have so many options open to them. They have Beastmaster for long lane. Oh, sorry, for hard lane. If they want, they could also put Lone Druid there. They could put Lone Druid in the top lane, in the safe lane. Nature's Prophet can take the hard lane as well. Leshrac could go mid with Vengeful Spirit. That would be a strong combination. Be able to lock someone down pretty well with that. Anyway, Hannah Montana is going to pick up the Beastmaster. TC is going to be playing Lone Druid. IX Mike is on Vengeful Spirit. Jo is going to be playing the Nature's Prophet. So I guess Nature's Prophet is going to go mid, because Jo is typically the mid hero. What is he picking up? Nothing yet. But, you know, since this is, I like net worth, although actually last hits is kind of fun. Alright. Anyways, I'm going to fast forward here. There we go. Oh, play. Thank you. And an early smoke. Ooh, are they going for a level 1 Roche? Is that what they are doing here? And Mouseforce seems to be going up for the top lane. That would mean they wouldn't see this if that's what they decide to do. Can I tell from their items? They got one salve, one salve. Hard to say. They're not actually. They're not going straight for it. So I don't think they're going for a level 1 Roche, but they really wanted to get a level 1 kill, which is why they spent that money. Unless they're just scouting. And maybe, perhaps that's only what they're doing. I didn't see any wards placed down. The smoke is now up, or ended, and no one has any wards. Alright. Vengeful Spirit has wards. So yeah, so I'm not sure. Maybe they were hoping for a kill. I'm not exactly sure what the reasoning was behind their smoke gank. Anyways, we have Mouz. I know that they haven't seen anyone yet, so perhaps they're waiting in this rune, hoping that they're going to be able to pick someone off. And here we go. We have the vision placed down here from Fluff and Stuff. I don't think I introduced everyone. Anyways, 1437 is actually going to be playing the Venomancer. Bambo is on Keeper of the Light. We got Black playing mid lane Morphling, and Sing Sing is going to be on the Slardar. In the top lane, bottom lane here is Come With Me. Going to be playing the Invoker. So we've been seeing this Morphling middle lane thing recently. A couple months ago he was mostly in the bottom lane, and it was pretty predictable when he was going to be there. So I guess because of that, no one's really playing him in the bottom lane anymore. Anyway, so it is going to be a tri-lane in the top with Bambo, 1437, and Sing Sing. Interesting to see what they're going to be able to do against TC, who is coupled with Vengeful Spirit. And we got Jo is in the middle lane, and Fluff and Stuff looks to be stacking the jungle, so it looks to be like a semi-tri lane kind of thing here. We'll have to see what he's going to decide to do. They're pulling the creeps to make sure that TC can get as much farm as possible. And they are denying them off pretty well. If this camp is stacked, which it isn't, I don't think they're going to pull in this next wave. Bambo helping farm in the jungle here with his incredible nuke here, and we're actually going to be catching him out, and that is going to be first blood going down on him. So, you know, we got to be really careful with Keeper of the Light. He is extremely squishy with less than 500 hit points to start off. Venomancer actually has a little bit more than 500 hit points to work with. I have certainly never seen a Slardar versus Lone Druid mid lane be interesting to see, because it's going to be hard for Sing Sing to do much in this lane without a bunch of support. Because you have the bear, you know, we have Slardar, who is a melee, and the bear is melee, but the druid is ranged. So it's kind of like best of both worlds. Anyway, we got some more sort of fighting going on here. The bear is actually going to be focused on just a bit, but just trying to pull and get experience through the jungle. Make sure that they utilize that, because they don't have that. They didn't have a jungler. They don't want to lose that golden experience. Anyways, we have a Morphling faced up here against Nature's Prophet, and he has 12 last hits. Jo has only 6, and he's actually not staying in lane too much, going in for the ganks here. Sing Sing going to be stunned up by Vengeful Spirit, and doesn't look like they're going to be able to get the kill. I'm going to back off. But that is 4 heroes here up in the top lane, so commits a good amount to it. Jo did pop the did get himself the rune, double damage rune, but wasn't able to finish off with it. Really though, I think this is more of a throwaway middle lane. I'm not sure. I don't think Nature's Prophet can really go up against the Morphling. Hannah Montana taking a good amount of damage from Invoker. I mean, Beastmaster is a great solo laner, but Invoker in the safe lane is pretty hard to get rid of, especially when you're melee and your only damage source is a burst damage from wild axes. And with Quas, he's going to be able to regen most of that health from each one of those attacks. And it's so costly to cast off these wild axes. 120 out of your 273 mana point pool. So he's going to have a hard time harassing Invoker out of this lane. Usually your throwaway is when you put a solo lane, it's just basically you just don't want to die. And you try to get some farm. If you get any farm at all, you're doing fine. I mean, as you can see, he just got himself a stout shield. He's probably going to have to buy more regen and can start stacking these ancient camps. I really wish they would let me draw again, but they won't. Alright, how is TC doing? TC has 20 less hits, so he's not doing as well as Morphling in the middle lane. TC is definitely going to hit his stride earlier than Morphling is going to be able to, unless somehow Morphling starts getting in on these team fights, unless Black starts joining in on the team fights. I'm still going to hold the tri-lane 5 minutes into the game. It's they know it's balanced because it's both 3 heroes versus 3 heroes. Mouz is a little bit on the Mouz is losing out just a little bit because Complexity is able to use the jungle to get golden experience, whereas Mouz don't have that. But I think that it's not as bad as a tri-lane where you're up against maybe 1 or 2 heroes and you're not getting kills. That's where it can get to be a problem. But anyways, Jo using the Treants to push Morphling back, taking a bit of damage, but he has his bottle, and he's just going to use that to regen all that health. JL also has a bottle and has a regen rune. I think Black actually had to use a courier for that one. And we got some engagement up here in the top lane And it looks like Bamboo is going to be caught out here by the Nature's Prophet. He's going to go down. We have Fluff and Stuff hitting a nice stun, and Sing Sing goes down as well. They do get an entangling roots. And Fluff and Stuff taking a little bit of damage. Just going to use the Magic Wand to get it back. And 1437 actually teleporting himself in here. A little bit of a risky position. And Bamboo is back using Keeper of the Light to push the rest of the creep wave back. And that is the usefulness of Keeper of the Light. He hasn't been using, he doesn't even have a point in Mana Leak yet. But Chakra Magic can be pretty powerful in lane. Especially with Slardar, who sometimes who can run into mana problems. He's only got 273. I mean, using a Sprint and a Slithering Crush can be difficult on your mana. But I think, yeah, TC is now out leveling him pretty well. And this tri-lane definitely isn't working out. We have 1437 who's level 3, Slardar who is level 3, and Slardar needs levels early, and he's a middle game hero. And Keeper of the Light only level 2. So TC looking good in this lane. Even though he doesn't have the farm of Invoker or Morphling. Come with me, doing fine in the bottom lane as well. He doesn't have the farm, but he does have the levels, which Invoker's level 7 though. So what does the XP graph look like? Maybe this will give us more of an idea of what's going on here. The Dire are taking the advantage in experience, as I was saying. And the gold is basically the same. Actually, so not entirely accurate with these last hits, which may indicate that Mouse has the upper hand. Well, maybe they do now. It's kind of jumping up right now. And Leshrac at the top kill up here in Venomancer. They rushed into this tower and they want to take it down. This is a power that you get with Lone Druid and Leshrac. Actually, Leshrac is backed off here. Fluff and Stuff, making sure that he doesn't get caught out with his low HP, especially if Bamboo was trying to send off his what's it called? Illuminate. I don't want to say horses. And JO here, kind of low on life. Black looking to be a little more aggressive now that he has these points in waveform as well as morph. So if he can get this kill right now before he gets the... No, it doesn't look like he's going to be able to do it, but the regen rune actually gets popped off and cancelled. So Nature's Prophet goes down. JO goes down to black. I think that if Nature's Prophet had popped that off immediately, he might have been able to get away from that kill. And I think... No, he didn't actually bottle crow, although I saw the crow up here. Look at that mystical, unusual courier with the radiant eyes or whatever. People probably paid like $800 for that thing. And nothing really happening in this bottom lane. And level 6 on Hannah Montana and level 8 on Invoker. So Invoker's doing pretty well. He's actually going with the Quas Wex build, which is good for them because they really don't have much in the way of stuns. Actually, they have nothing. So that Tornado is going to be very useful. And Cold Snap as well, and I don't know if he'll put any points in Exort. Perhaps if he wants to get Force Spirits would be pretty weak without an Exort build. Let's see if he decides to use the EMP combination. Try to burn out mana. We have IX Mike here. I think they're going to go for a gank, and yeah, they definitely are because Fluff and Stuff is here as well. Should be a Vengeful Spirit to start this off. They know where he is. They have the Beastmaster Hawk. And here they go. They're going to decide to go on him. We have the Sun to start it off with. Pumpkin here. Leshrac actually misses, but they do pop off the Roar. And Invoker goes down in the bottom lane. I think they're going to pressure in this tower. Although Nature's Prophet is coming in here. Nature's Prophet is going to come in here. They're going to try to take the tower. Only Keeper of the Light here, who should be able to push them back a little bit with this Illuminate. And they're going to back off just a little bit, but not going to be able to defend against this push. That should be a tower for complexity. While I don't think there's going to be anything that can be done for Mouse Sports to try to even things up. Yeah, they're just going to have to lose that tower. Good play there by Complexity. Getting the advantage in towers early on allows you to trade towers in the later part of the game. Anyways, we got some action in here. Bambo is looking to be caught out here. We have the Edict popped off. Vengeful Spirit trying to get him. Stun is missed, but the Edict is too much. And Keeper of the Light goes down. I wonder if IX Mike and Fluff and stuff are going to continue with their roaming action. They're certainly powerful enough to take out some of the more squishier heroes on their own, which would be Venomancer and Keeper of the Light. Sing Sing not gonna. Sing Sing's got 34 less hits. TC's got 65 now. And he hasn't been able to do a whole lot in this game. He's actually got 1 death and no kills or assists. I'm not sure I've seen anyone go down in this top lane. Has Vengeful Spirit? Vengeful Spirit hasn't died, and Fluff and stuff hasn't died either. And they're gonna push in this tier 2 tower. Losing this tower would give Complexity a lot of breathing room, and make sure that they don't have this they don't have the safety of their jungle to farm. They're gonna deal a ton of damage, and this courier coming in really far. They're gonna deal a ton of damage to this tower. Take it down to half health before Keeper of the Light comes in. It's not gonna be enough to defend against it. Maybe enough to scare him off. I think it's enough to scare him off. They just wanted to pressure it. Mousesports now in the top lane. They want to take a tower for themselves. Make sure it evens things out a little bit, and TC's going to have to back off because they have sent Sing Sing 1437 and Come With Me up here. And use the fortifications to push them back. They aren't able to take the tower. IX Mike is up here. He's not going to get a stun off, but they're going to push him back. Complexity's still looking for this tower. We have the Morphling illusions here. They are able to get rid of the Hawk. Gonna deal a lot of damage to the Greater Boar, actually. And Hannah Montana has to back out. They have to be careful right now because there's 2 heroes here, plus some illusions. I guess it's not that bad. And anyways, Morphling in, diving in with the middle lane. Jo is able to get away. And he has a haste rune, so we're probably gonna be looking to use it. Fluff and Stuff is now in here. Teleported back. That's probably why Black decided to abandon that kill. And the Radiant top tower has fallen. Yeah, so they do get a tower. They get another tower, so that gives them 2 in that 2 tower advantage. I don't think Morphle is going to be able to take out this tower in the middle lane. And 2 wards here. I think this one is just should be. It looks like it's just out of range, so I can't deward it. Those TC building. I haven't checked out any of the skills quite yet. We have an Orb of Venom, pretty standard build on the bear so far, and I think they're going for the Radiance, straight for the Radiance. So Slardar, he's got just some power treads. Jo, he's got his Hand of Midas. This is the typical Nature's Prophet, needs a lot of farm. And Come With Me, actually got his Drum of Endurance and Phase Boots. Keeper of the Light with nothing. Black now, we gotta check up on him. He's got Ring of coL, a great item for Morphling. Power Tread's actually on Strength. He's gonna get this regen rune. He's been doing fine farming this up. I mean, 109 last hits, and those are all in lane. Those aren't jungle hits at all. Anyway, we got a tornado coming up here from Come With Me, and that's gonna be able to hold off Complexity. But they are gonna do well farming this area right here, farming these ancients up. And looks like Mouz do want to stop this. And here we go. We have Morphling in here. He's going to get hit with a Roar, actually. And going to be focused down on completely. And not enough damage to take him out. TC is now down here. And Sing Sing has stunned up the TC and the bear. And I don't think anyone's going to go down quite yet. Yeah, they're all going to back off. And Complexity is going to continue with their attacking of the Ancients. The Ancient camp. Oh. Blocking them off, trying to get enough away. They don't want to give this to him. They want to take this team fight on up, but they're going to be initiated on, and Vengeful Spirit goes down. And TC is being focused on right now. It's a bad position for him. He's going to go down. Fluff and Stuff does able to hit a stun, but they all need to back off. That is 2 heroes down for Complexity. Mouz lost no one. They're not going to be able to get the tower, though. They're going to finish off the 1 Ancient that is left. So whatever gold that they just got through that Ancient camp was definitely lost to Mousesports. And I think he's just purchasing something up. I was wondering where he was going. I didn't think he was going for Roshan, but it looks like he's going to be building, from my estimation, maybe building a Vanguard. kind of interested to see what Sing Sing's going to be actually doing with Slardar. He needs a good start, and I'm not really sure he's gotten it. We have a smoke gank coming up right here. Vengeful Spirit and Hannah Montana, as well as Fluff and stuff, are looking around. Radiant's bottom tower has now been denied. That is a 3-tower advantage. That is considerable, and they're going to find Come With Me. Roar to start it off. EMP is actually going to go there. They're just going to eat it, and Fluff and stuff gets the stun. JO's a little bit late, but didn't need him. Although I think he used his ultimate. Yes, he did use his ultimate. So they're going to get another kill on Invoker. And a swap coming out, putting Sing Sing in the middle of these heroes and creeps, and he goes down really quickly. Gonna get another tower for this. We have Invoker and Slardar down. That it leaves only Morphling to be able to do anything. That's not gonna be enough. They're gonna get the tower. It is now 4-tower advantage for Complexity. That definitely puts Mouz on the back foot. They have a Ghost Scepter up on Morphling. He's a little bit away from the Ethereal Blade. If he gets that, then he's going to be a much bigger force in team fights, although it might not be big enough. Depends on how big this Lone Druid is going to get, and if he has his Radiance yet. I think he just got a Sacred Relic. He's getting quite close, but he's not quite there yet. 17 minutes into the game. Yeah, I guess we got to mention that too. I mean, 17 minutes into the game, and 4 towers are down. That still leaves plenty of time for Mouz to come back, though. The tier 1 towers can be pretty easy to push down when you start getting bigger. But if they did lose this tier 2 tower down the bottom lane, that means that their jungle is a little less safe than it might be otherwise. But Complexity doesn't seem to be pressuring the issue too much in the aggressive jungle. Actually got a hidden Entangling Roots on Invoker. He's going to have to use his Tornado to get him away. No Radiance up on the bear yet, so he's not going to be able to do damage if he's out of range of TC. Just continuing at their fight, though. And it looks like they're just trying to get farm off of one another. Hannah Montana actually getting nothing in the aura just yet. Kind of expected that to be, I guess it's more of a late game thing. But we have Vengeful Spirit actually maxing Wave of Terror, getting that armor reduction, which is really important, over the Magic Missile. And we have a Keeper of the Light that goes down, getting caught out in the middle of all these heroes. There's so many kills going the way of Complexity. Let's check on our good old gold graph right here. We got 4,000, 4,500, and 1,000 in favor of the Dire. So Complexity doing really well right now in this early matchup, early part of this matchup. Mouz is really banking on Morphling to get the farm. If he's able to do so, this game could go pretty far. It's not the end of it, and he's got 144 last hits right now. He's been doing pretty well. Anyways, we had 1437 is now caught out. Yeah, you keep getting caught out by this ganking squad. All these 4 heroes can take out anyone that they find. And it looks like they actually have been using that Sprout combination with Fluff and stuff, and I mean, Vengeful Spirit just kind of tops off the cake right there. I'm going to go in for Roshan right now that they know that Venomancer is down, but Bambo is too smart. He knows what's going on. I don't think there's going to be anything he's going to be able to do about it, though. I try to deal a little bit of damage with his ultimate. Pick up the haste room. No, it is denied by Jo. Roshan goes down. We have the Lone Druid picking it up. Left himself pretty low on life right now. The bear is low as well. Roar is popped off. Going to catch out. Come with me. Looking for Entangling Roots. They aren't going to get it. They have a Sprout up on Bambo. He goes down. And now we have 3 heroes here on the Mouse Sports side. Not going to continue with the engagement. They are getting out of that one. But anyways, it doesn't really matter how many kills they get on 1437 or Bamboo right now. It is really important. What they need to do is kill Morphling and stop him. And Lone Druid, I'm not sure how Lone Druid really goes against one-on-one with the Morphling, since Morphling can replicate the Lone Druid. So any tankiness the Lone Druid gets can be replicated. And any powerful right click. Oh, so much damage here from onto Hannah Montana. It's actually not going to be enough for him to finish off. He does have the Ethereal Blade, but it's not going to be enough for Beastmaster to be killed. Which is really good for Hannah Montana. That means that he's not going to be completely picked off. And Black's going to have to do a little more than surprise him. However, Vengeful Spirit will go down to that combination. But is that the only one here? We have Fluff and Stuff who will go down as well, and I think Nature's Prophet will be able to survive it. So he wants to start feeding off of Leshrac and Vengeful Spirit. Anyways, thank you to anyone who's tuning in. I do appreciate viewers. Trying to break into the casting world. It's not always easy. Now, if you have the Radiance finished up on the Bear, that is going to be able to farm in the lane like this, as you can see. He's just going to use him to sit there, and then he can just pull him back at any point that he wants to. And that's why you get the Radiance up on the Bear. We're looking to have the Lone Druid out on his own. My dog loves to bark for nothing. Hopefully, whatever fly he was barking at has left my room. Alright, so tier 2 tower is going to be pressured in here in the top lane. And Bamboo is going to try to push him back. That actually doesn't hit anyone, just gets rid of the creep wave. But they answer back by getting rid of the creep wave themselves. And that tower is going to go down. That is now... looks like Mousesports have only taken one tower. We have Tornado flying through here, going to only catch out Vengeful Spirit. And Invoker is able to get the deny on the tower. And it looks like they're going to try to come in and defend against this. We have Black out here, and it's only going to be Jo to be able to defend, and I don't think he's going to be able to do so. Someone else needs to TP back if they want to save this tower. I think with such an advantage, though, they're not too worried about it. If they just get the deny, that would be enough. And Black is going to actually stop before it is in deny range, just so. It's like 73 hit points away from deny range. Wants to get that gold. Gold is very important to him. I'm going to Yule Scepter up Hannah Montana. Is that what he has? Yes, he does have a Yule Scepter. And we have 4 versus 4 in the middle lane here. I have to run away from the Bear at this point because of the Radiance. I can't, they don't want to just sit there and try to attack the Bear. And now they have Complexity is going to put up a smoke. They're going to look for a gank in the jungle, perhaps? Or I think I would expect that they know that there's no one in the jungle, but I guess they don't. I guess it's apparent to me that no one's in the jungle. I don't know why it would be to them. They really need to get, as I was saying, they really need to get these kills on Black, which they haven't done yet. And they're going to find themselves an illusion, and they're going to reveal themselves off to it. So that is not going to be a surprise to Mousesports. And Black is just not stopping with this farm. Able to do so. They're able to take these, hold them off with 4. It's going to be a problem if they can get a barracks. Actually, it's going to start being a major problem for Black to find any sort of farm now that this tower in the middle lane is going to go down. They need to be able to start taking team fights at this point if they want to save this. EMP can be popped off. They're going to back off. But Black needs to get enough farm to get into these team fights so that he can, so that they can push him back, because at this point they're going to have to worry about their barracks and tier 3 towers. And if he can push the entire team back into the base, that makes it very dangerous to farm anywhere else. But Morphling is able to do that with his replicate, because he can keep his replicate in the base and TP back at an instant. He doesn't have to wait. They're both kind of looking at each other in this middle lane, waiting for the right time to go in. I'm going to change it to net worth right now so we can get a little bit better idea of what it looks like. And TC is actually right neck and neck with Sexy Black. Let's look at the overall gold graph. Overall gold graph, 5k in favor of the Dire. And experience points in favor of the Dire. Not enough to say that this is the end of it. Complexity do have the lead in map control. That is true. Actually, we are Sing Sing now being caught out in the middle of this, but they don't pop off the roar. So he's just going to be... There's only 2 heroes here. They wouldn't have actually been able to finish off Sing Sing. He does have his Vanguard up, but nothing else on him. So Power Treads, Venomancer is looking to build up his mech. And Black is continuing his farm. And he goes up in the top lane right now and catches off Jo basically instantly. Ethereal Blade doing a ton of damage combined with the Adaptive Strike and the Waveform. It's too much for Nature's Prophet to be able to deal with. And how's Nature's Prophet doing with farm anyway? He actually only has a Hand of Midas and an Urn. Actually could probably build up the Scythe device really soon. Does have the ultimate orb for it. Still needs like another 12k, I'm estimating. Both feeds looking at this combination. Actually, BKB up on Leshrac, trying to make sure that he is able to survive. And Medallion of Courage actually up in Vengeful Spirit, so that's a big armor reduction. It looks like they're going to catch out Pumpkin. Sorry, Come With Me. I don't know why they call himself Pumpkin. And he's going to go down. That is not someone they wanted to lose. He was definitely a lot of Mouz's initiation with that tornado. And this is the problem of losing so many towers, is that now you have to defend on your base. Morphling is all the way out here, still looking to farm. He needs buyback now, which is another problem. Because if he spends all of his gold, he has to worry about dying and then just being completely useless. Invoker actually buys back into the game while their tier 3 tower takes a lot of damage. It is almost down, but is not completely down. Morphling actually is able to get himself a tier 1 tower. I'm wondering which item Morphling is going to be picking up next. I'm going to expect that he's going to go for the damage that can come out from Manta Style, but they're continuing with their push, making sure that they keep lane control. And take out the middle tier 2 tower, catch out Pumpkin, who has been swapped up into the top lane right here. And he's been sprouted up, and there's a Dust of Appearance popped off, and it looks like they are going... Vengeful Spirit is going to go down. That was Morphling. Where did he come from? The heck is Morphling? I didn't even see him. And we have an Entangling Roots hits him, but he's able to get himself out of that with the Waveform. Tier 3 tower being pressured in right now, and it looks like we have a blink in with Sing Sing. He picked us up a Blink Dagger, able to get a nice stun, but not going to be enough to push him back. We have a buyback from Venomancer. Using his ultimate would be a good force to push back with, and the bear's going to go down. TC actually doesn't have the bear for another 80 seconds, so they're going to have to back away. Bambo trying to do as much as he can with this Illuminate. So that's a good fight for... actually, it was a pretty alright fight, I think, for Mouse Sports. Well, no. What am I talking about? They didn't kill anyone on Complexity's side. It's good that they didn't lose a barracks. That's what I should be saying. And Scythe of Vice finished up on Nature's Prophet. That's going to be a bane. That's going to be a huge problem for Black. He does have Manta Style finished up right now, so... Good team fight now available on him because he can use his Replicate to take TC if he wants to, and then have his illusions plus himself. Should be a lot of damage in a team fight, but not if he gets sheeped up first. So Jo being able to with the sheep stick is dangerous. Actually, we have some invisible Sing Sing. They're kind of advancing out here. They want to make sure that they have lane control by pushing, map control by pushing out the lanes. Hannah Montana running around down here in the bottom jungle, pushing in this bottom lane. And this is what happens in the later part of the game. Both teams, sometimes need another item, something to farm up, and you just start playing this back and forth game where you don't want to engage if your lanes aren't pushed. So if you have something like here in the top lane and then your bottom lane is pushed, you don't want to go through the middle lane, because that'll mean that you only have a limited amount of time where you can stay there before you have to back off and go defend your towers. And looking at Roshan, I think they're going to go for it. They should be able to do it. Black is up here, but he's actually able to teleport in at the moment he wants to. He's got a couple seconds left to do so. 5. Is he going to yeah, so he TPs himself in. And actually Roshan goes down, and they're not going to be able to initiate. We have Tornado going off, taking damage on Hannah Montana, but the Roar comes out, finishing off Invoker, and Mouz 1437 goes down. He's caught out by that Sprout yet again. Bambo's looking pretty bad. We have Nature's Prophet coming in. Is he going to get a Sprout? Sprout? There it is. And now we have the stun combination to finish him off. Bambo goes down. There's 3 heroes down on Mousesport's side. Black will not stop his farm for anything. And he's actually having a hard time keeping up with Lone Druid with all the kills that he's been a part of. How many kills does Lone Druid have? He's only got 2 kills. So it's just all these towers and things like that that he gets all his farm from. And last hits. Actually, how are we on last hits? Even though they don't show exactly what I want. I know there's a command right here. That is not the right one. There we go. 263, so Morphling coming in, trying to look for Jo. Doesn't hit the waveform. Actually doesn't go for the full commitment. Popping up his E-Blade and then Adaptive Strike. Wouldn't have gotten the kill anyway. I'm just fluffing stuff buying up here. And just pushing up a point booster, try to get him a little bit more health. Keep him a little alive more in the team fight. Which is all Leshrac really needs to do though, because with Pulse Nova activated and Edict activated, that's the majority of his damage. He can hit off the splitter, which is great. Actually, not even taking any points in Lightning Storm. Only level 13, so. But that is what a support. That is what a support Leshrac will do. Lightning Storm is pretty good for farming, taking out a creep wave. And they actually smoked up here in the top lane. I'm not sure if they expect to find someone, which they seem to. They have a replicate up here from Morphling. And I think Jo has now found, actually, your Invoker. Yeah, he wasn't revealed off by the tree ants. Kind of surprised. This has to be a hero. And it looks like they're going to TP Morphling back. Now there's just Invoker up here in the top lane. And he's going to TP himself out of here. That is too dangerous for him. Too rich for his blood. But that's the use of the Manta Styles. You're able to push while you're not in lane. Get a little bit of farm as well. So Mouse gathering up here. They haven't figured out exactly where Complexity is, so they're expecting a push. And it looks like Complexity perhaps wants to push out this top lane before they go in. Jo coming down bottom lane to keep the pressure on there. Mouse now taking the middle lane. We have TC and Hannah Montana here in the middle lane, but that's not going to be enough for them to decide to go in quite yet. I think they are waiting for that top lane to be pushed out. We're seeing Fluff and Stuff and IX Mike work their magic up in the top lane. We have a plate mail up on Lone Druid, giving him some more just more tankiness. He needs to be able to survive against Morphling, and I think they're a little bit afraid of Morphling. They gotta be careful against him. Just with his Manta Style, he's very powerful now. And farming up really well. And we have a swap up here. It's actually just an illusion, so they reveal themselves off and actually don't get the kill that they expected they would. But this top lane is being pushed in. And I see Morphling is up in the alternate lane on the bottom lane over here. We have a dire courier was killed, and I don't know if this is going to be the end of the tower. There are a lot of trees here. Not sure if that's actually going to be able to take him out. Creep wave coming in. Venomancer is trying to defend against it as much as he can. We only have a tiny little bit of 68 health. That tower is effectively dead. But in the middle lane here, they have found themselves Black. He's trying to save himself by morphing himself into strength. He has 2,000 total hit points pool. Only 13,000 left, 1,300 left. They're trying to find him. They don't have a roar. They need to get an entangling roots. They need to get something up on him. And they're gonna be there. They do grab himself a root. They have a sprout. And then, oh, he's able to get himself away with the waveform. They thought they had it, but the Leshrac getting a nice stun. It's still not enough. And Invoker coming in to save his buddy's life. I think that is going to be... I think he's going to be able to get away from that with another waveform. Remains to be seen if they're going to be able to... If they're going to... Complexity's going to get another hero. 1437 now getting chased down by the bear. We have a Hex up. And they have a miss with the Sprout. Venomancer ultimate is now popped off. He's trying to get away. What he's doing is making sure that the team, he brings him away from where his team is going. He's doing so. Oh no, he's going to get a haste rune to get away? Go, go. Oh, we have an Urn Charge. The Urn Charge wears off. That is not your base. Oh, he gets away. Sneaky guy. Sneaky guy, man. That fight did not go the way Complexity wanted it to. This tower is still really low on life. If that is hit by just about anything, that's going to go down. So I'm going to push in the middle lane. Bottom lane is actually pushing itself in. A tornado coming in here, just kind of slowing impeding their march forward. Looking for a BKB up on Sing Sing, I think. But he's still got a lot of gold until that is going to be able to happen. Epi talking about the escape. And Black doing what he does, going out to farm the lanes. He can come back at any point though if he's got his replicate up, which he should. There's not too much of a worry that he is not here yet. And yeah, it doesn't look like Complexity want to commit to a full team fight. And IX Mike using the Medallion of Courage to take out that siege creep. And now they finish off the top 2 or 3 tower. The bear is doing a lot of damage to the melee barracks. He's going to respawn it now, and I think they're going to try to go in for this. We have a tornado coming in to stun up. Hold him off. EMP doesn't hit much. And that Keeper of the Lights is so much damage able to be done from that. They're going to pop out their fortification, which is a good idea. And the bear is now up here. And oh no, come with me. Jo is coming in trying to finish off, or Black is coming in trying to finish off Jo. He gets stunned up and he has to back himself away. Not able to get killed right here quite yet. Oh no, come with me. Taking a stun and another stun. And I think he's going to go down for that. Nature's Prophet ultimate coming out. Not able to finish off another hero. Vengeful Spirit goes down. And 1437 is dead. Come with me. Or sorry, Sing Sing is catching out Hannah Montana right now. Pops out his Wild Axe to deal a little bit of damage. TC looking low on life. He is Aegis the Immortal. Actually getting off Sing Sing, which is a great kill for him. They were looking for fluff and stuff. He's really low on life as well. We have a Sprout coming up that's not going to allow TC to deal damage. And now Sing Sing is going to come back into the game. And Black's going to finish off Nature's Prophet. That a triple kill up on Black. As he has not died yet. So they didn't lose the barracks, they just lost the tier 3 tower. Able to defend against Complexity's push. Not able to burn the Aegis though on Lone Druid. I'm not sure how long it is. Yeah, just a short amount of time before that Aegis is up, and they have to kill Roshan again. I think that is the... I can't remember if it's the 3rd one. Whether or not there's going to be cheese on this Roshan or not. Mighty, mighty cheese. Fluff this up, picking up a regen rune. He has finished up his Aghanim stuff, but that's going to give him a more powerful ultimate. Still nothing too much up on IX. Mike, we got TC here. What is he deciding to build up? He's looking for an Assault Cuirass. Let's see. Where did his bear go? There's his bear. Hyperstone, so he's pretty close. Is that the Assault Cuirass? What is on here? There's a ton of stuff on here. I think it's the chainmail. He's looking to finish it up, trying to micro around. And I think that's going to be it. And now the Assault Cuirass is up on the bear, plus the Radiance. That's a great item on the bear because it ups the chance that you're going to get an Entangling Root. And middle lane, we got a smoke. Mouz is trying to make something happen. I think they're ready. I think they're ready for something. We have Complexity. He's going to walk right into it. Come With Me is being found out right here. We have a Eul Scepter up on Vengeful Spirit trying to stop that stun. We have two heroes caught out in the Sprout, and oh my god, too much damage. They go down really quickly. But now Jo is taking a lot of damage. He is actually going to be able to get away. Sing Sing taking too much damage from Leshrac. Leshrac is able to finish him off, and Morphling trying to get himself away. He popped off his BKB, and he's going to replicate himself out, but that means Bambo is going to be stuck in the middle lane. He is going to be finished off. There's 4 heroes down. Complexity only lose Vengeful Spirit. They should be able to press their advantage, get this tower, if not a barracks. I don't know if there is buyback up. And buyback status. No one has buyback. And actually, look at these kills. Fluffing stuff right now. That's 13 kills. No deaths. Morphling has 0 deaths, 8 kills. Actually, sorry, they do get the racks, as I'm talking right now about something else. They do get these. Look, this is what Lone Druid could do. Just rips through any fortifications that you see. And that goes down, and that one goes down. Top tower is being pushed by the tree ants. Not going to be enough. Mouz is going to try to push them away. This is the defense. This is the final matches of the defense, so they're going to try to. They're not going to give up at any point. But Roshan is up. The cheese is available on him. Complexity should be able to get this uncontested. Mouz have to spend a lot of time now defending their lanes. We have an ultimate orb up on Morphling. I wonder if he's going to try to go for this. I have Scotty at this point. And Aegis has not been picked up yet. TC's coming in to get it. And he actually is a Talisman of Evasion. Oh no, they catch themselves out of Vengeful Spirit really quickly. Looks like they're committing to this mid lane push. I'm going to try to go again. I think the last time it was because I got 2 heroes caught up in Sprout, and then Leshrac dealt his Edict, Pulse Nova, and stun damage all at the same time. Melted the heroes away. I think it was a pretty lucky Sprout on Jail's part. Or perhaps it a really skillful Sprout. Anyways, they're not going to defend the tower. The tier 2 tower is going to go down. They need to wonder if they're going to get a counter barracks. I think all the heroes for Complexity are going to be up, except for Vengeful Spirit, but I'm not sure if they really need her to be able to fight this. Actually, they're being careful right now. They're waiting for that tornado. Tornado went out. Now they're going to try to initiate. We have a roar up on Sing Sing. Morphling coming in. He's now caught out in the middle of these heroes. I think he's going to go down for this. Yes, he does. He is sheeped up right before he goes down. Sing Sing is able to get away with his sprint. He buys back into the game. Morphling. Invoker went down, and now Sing Sing goes down as well. We are chasing. We have Black is still here. He's looking for kills. Yeah, it's not going to be it. You're now caught out in the middle of these heroes. Beastmaster's the only one that was able to go down from that. Ultra kill. And Black is disconnected from the game, so that is going to be a GG from Mouse Sports. They gave it their all. Looks like their problem was map control. They weren't able to do their 4. Let's see, what were they doing? Are they 4 pushing one, 4 ganking one? It's sort of unclear as to what they were doing, but they weren't able to hold off Complexity enough, and the loss in map control meant that only Morphling could really farm. And they just had, they weren't able to output enough damage with Venomancer and Keeper of the Light. And Invoker's stun wasn't enough for the team fight. Actually, it was hard to catch them out. Complexity were really looking for those tornadoes and making sure that they waited for their initiation until after Come With Me had thrown that out, if you noticed. Anyway, so what time is it for me? I don't think I'll be able to cast another one. I gotta go pick up my family at the airport shortly. But I'm gonna try to cast these later on. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Love is dead.